So next I would like to introduce Dr. Vic Puri, who's going to give a tribute to Dr. Rachel Hill.
Hi everyone, I'm one of the GPs just at St Andrew's House in Stady Bridge. So I CCT'd last year, and immediately on CCTing I was joined by another salary GP, Dr. Hill. So a little bit shorter than the acknowledgement from Dr. Dow over there, but in the time I've been at St Andrew's House, I've seen that Rachel is an excellent GP. The first thing that came to note when Jane emailed me about somebody to note, that was the name that popped into my head. Although she's a salary GP, she's often the first one into the building and the last one to leave. There are times when I have really difficult on-calls, home visit requests left, right and centre, blood's coming through 200 in the evening, and Rachel's always offered to help me out with those, offered to do home visits when it's not actually her duty. So I feel she goes above and beyond, not just for her patients but also her colleagues as well. There was a time once when I couldn't get into Docman, I was at home, and she didn't actually tell me that she just covered my documents for me, even though I was planning to come in, because she did not want to waste my time on that. So I feel just an excellent colleague in general. Her patients love her, she's got great rapport with them. Sometimes I look at her consults and she's covered about 4 different issues, all in huge amounts of detail, and I just think, how can you manage that in 15 minutes? And then additionally find other issues with other people's consults and correct those as well at the same time. So sometimes I dread seeing my task list when I come in and I see it's from Rachel Hill, and I think, oh God, what error have I made this time that she's pulling me up on? So it's always a learning point with Rachel, for sure. You know, the staff all love her as well, even though she does generate a bit more work for them. So, in our clinical meetings, even though, again, she's not a partner, but she sits there with leadership skills similar to a partner, will bring up issues, will lead those practice meetings as well when people aren't there. She's also in keeping with medical education, so she's now taken on, I think, the lead trainer role for ST1s and 2s. PCME, as well as you know, the ST1s and 2s in Tameside, as well as being a trainer. So just a round of applause for Rachel, please.
Rachel, if you would like to come up and get your plaque from Samira.
Thank you.
You don't have to.
I'll just say thank you to this motley bunch that come with me. I clearly haven't achieved as much as Mark, but I am a homegrown Tameside person, so I did all my GP training here. So thank you to everyone who was a trainer, who trained me. There's quite a few in the room, and have kind of put up with me also becoming a trainer and joining you. So thank you for all of that. And then I joined St Andrews last year after quite a difficult time in a practice where I was salaried but pretty much single-handed. So that was interesting, but these guys have been great fun to work with and put up with me, even when I'm keen on a bit of quality improvement. That's how I like to say it. So thank you.